Welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest TV Translator Association. If you have a news topic or event that you would like us to see covered, the studio number is 970-677-4119. Give us a call. Today's show runs Monday at noon, 3 and 6 p.m. and again is re-aired later throughout the weekend with the other weekday broadcast replays. Today's April 23rd, 2018. And now, the news at noon. Reported in the Durango Herald, a Durango man was fatally struck by a vehicle early Saturday morning on U.S. Highway 160 near the intersection of County Road 225A. Captain Adrian Driscoll of the Colorado State Patrol identified the man as Mark Duell, age 43. Driscoll said Duell was lying in the middle of the road about 1:20 a.m. Saturday near mile marker 94 when he was hit by a westbound 2001 Suzuki Swift driven by Pagosa Springs resident Dana Clark, age 47. Clark's vehicle ran off the road after the impact, Driscoll said. He said the incident is under investigation. We don't know why he was in the middle of the road, Driscoll said. We are still investigating who he is and why he was out there. Driscoll said speed and alcohol are not suspected on the part of the driver, but alcohol may have been a factor in why Duell was in the road. Clark was not cited in the collision. We've had some terribly dry and windy weather lately, and thankfully in our immediate area there haven't been any wildfires or out-of-control fires. However, reported in the Journal, flames engulf a garage in Mancos, and an investigation is underway. Courtesy photo. The cause of a fire that destroyed a garage and shed in Mancos on Friday is under investigation, Montezuma County Sheriff Steve Nowlin said. The Mancos Fire Department responded to a fire in the 8,000 block of County Road 39 about 4:30 p.m. on Friday. A garage and lean-to shed were already engulfed when they arrived, according to Nowlin. He said the fire is being considered suspicious and his department is investigating the cause. No people or animals were injured in the fire, Nowlin said, and firefighters put it out within about 2 hours. A car and a nearby fence were also damaged by the flames. Nowlin said the fire was first reported by a neighbor who saw smoke coming from the buildings. Nowlin said sheriff's detectives are working to determine whether arson or other illegal activity was involved in the fire. We hope to have some more information by next week, he said. And a footnote that we are currently not in a red flag warning, but dry conditions persist, making fire danger potential remaining to be a threat in the region. Sexual assault charges against the filmmaker are dropped, that according to the Durango Herald report with a file photo. A felony sexual assault charge against a New Mexico filmmaker was dismissed on Friday in district court. Cody Dayish, a 29-year-old from Shiprock, was arrested last month for an incident that occurred while he was in town for the Durango Independent Film Festival. The charge was dropped because of insufficient evidence to prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt, said 6th Judicial District Attorney Christian Champagne. Dayish was arrested March 3rd on suspicion of sexual assault after police investigated an incident that took place the night before at the Best Western Rio Grande Hotel, 400 East 2nd Avenue. The alleged victim called police early in the morning of March 3rd to report that the sexual assault happened about 2 hours earlier, according to an arrest affidavit. When police officers arrived, the woman was crying and appeared to be emotionally distraught. According to the affidavit, she told officers Dayish had asked her to join him at the Durango Independent Film Festival, where he was showing his 15-minute film, Spared, about 2 Navajo families struggling with violence. When she arrived in Durango, the woman modeled for a photo shoot with Dayish at the hotel. The two went out for a couple of drinks afterwards and returned to the hotel room where Dayish continued to drink, she told police. According to the affidavit, Dayish offered to let the woman stay the night in his hotel room, and she agreed. The woman told police Dayish went to her bed and began undressing and touching her inappropriately. She told detectives she was scared when Dayish laid next to me, and she was, quote, was not expecting it to happen. The woman told Dayish she did not want to engage in any type of sexual activity, but he continued to undress and touch her inappropriately, according to the affidavit. The woman told Dayish she was dating someone else and asked him to leave. Dayish told the woman he would never have invited her had he known she was not interested in sex, and he left the room around midnight, according to the affidavit. The affidavit also said Dayish hid the woman's phone so she could not call for help. Once the victim found her phone, she contacted the police and was taken to Mercy Regional Medical Center for a sexual assault examination. Dayish turned himself in to police about 5 p.m. March 3rd and provided a very similar story, according to the affidavit. The affidavit said that based on statements made by both Dayish and the victim, the interaction did not appear to be consensual. Misdemeanor charges of false imprisonment and telephone obstruction will be filed against Dayish in La Plata County Court, Champaign said. And now, let's take a look at our weather. On the national weather map, you can see all of the continued rain and thunderstorms affecting the southeast and Florida, working its way up through the Rust Belt for today, while New England is getting a break from all their wintry weather with a high pressure from Maine through the Great Lakes and Central Plains back down all the way to Texas. The other notable disturbance remains over the northern Rockies and down into the Intermountain states with snow, rain, and snow mix and scattered rain patterns. Right now, the West Coast looks clear and dry without the next moisture pattern being seen in the forecast, at least for the next several days. Regionally, a fast-moving upper-level disturbance and weak cold front will bring a few showers and thunderstorms to extreme northeast Utah and northern Colorado this morning and the afternoon. Then, as the front moves to south tonight, there will be an increasing chance for rain and snow showers tonight and Tuesday. The higher mountains of northeast Utah and northern and central Colorado will see the best chance for receiving snowfall, with accumulations ranging from a trace up to 4 inches. The valleys adjacent to these mountains can expect more rain than snow. Conditions ahead of this storm will remain mild, with temperatures running from 5 to 10 degrees above normal. Looking ahead, another storm may impact the region late in the week or early this weekend. So for the DCTV 5-day outlook, today mostly sunny with a high near 72 degrees. Southeast winds 5 to 15 miles an hour, becoming west-southwest in the afternoon. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 41. We may almost be finished with heating with wood fires in the next week or so. Time will tell. Our winds will be from the west 10 miles to 15 miles an hour, becoming south-southwest 5 to 10 in the evening. Tuesday, mostly sunny with a high near 67. Northeast winds 10 to 15, becoming northwest in the afternoon. Tuesday night, mostly clear with a low around 35. North-northeast winds 5 to 15. Then Wednesday, again sunny with a high near 68 degrees. North-northeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming northwest in the afternoon. Wednesday night, mostly clear with a low around 38. Thursday, sunny with a high near 70. Thursday night, mostly clear with a low around 40. And then we're keeping our eyes on this for Friday, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, mostly sunny with a high near 70. And Friday night, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low around 44. And right now into the weekend, they're predicting Saturday mostly sunny with a high near 70. Saturday night, partly cloudy with a low around 44. And now back to the news. Reported in the Journal, photo credit Emily Rice. The Anasazi Heritage Center was renamed the Canyons of the Ancients Visitor Center and Museum during a ceremony held on last Saturday. Museum volunteers, Bureau of Land Management staff, Ute Mountain Ute tribal members, representatives from Congress, and interested locals gathered at the center north of Cortez for the official renaming and the unveiling of a new sign. After speeches from several dignitaries, including U.S. Representative Scott Tipton of Cortez and representatives from the offices of Senator Michael Bennet and Interior Secretary Ryan Zinke, visitors celebrated with cake and tours of the museum and nearby Escalante Pueblo. Marietta Eaton, manager of Canyons of the Ancients National Monument, said the new name will make clearer the connection between the center and the monument. Since the Heritage Center is the headquarters for Canyons of the Ancients, she said she wanted visitors to see it as an extension of the rest of the monument, which she called an outdoor museum. We're celebrating what we have, this incredible resource here with the outdoor museum, and that we have the indoor museum where you can also learn about things to do. She said they might at first seem like they don't really fit, but they fit very well. The new name intentionally avoids the word Anasazi, she said, once widely used by archaeologists to refer to the ancestral Puebloan people who built most of the pueblos and cliff dwellings in the Southwest. The word has fallen out of favor because it is a Navajo term that can mean ancient enemies. Terry Knight, a former Ute Mountain Ute tribal councilman who was present at the museum's original opening, started the renaming ceremony with a Ute invocation. Bennett's Southwest Regional Director, John Whitney, read a statement from the senator praising the museum's collection of artifacts and thanking the BLM for thoughtfully renaming it. Tipton also praised the museum for its contributions to archaeology and the Southwest Colorado economy. Quote, "We have one of the largest archaeological digs in the history of the world being conducted right here in our area," he said. "What this brings locally to us in terms of our Native American tribes and those of us who are blessed to be able to live here, in terms of culture, in terms of history, in terms of being able to help out our local economy, we probably can't fully appreciate." Greg Shoup, acting BLM director of Colorado, called the museum a showcase for the Canyons of the Ancients Monument, which is home to more than 6,000 archaeological sites. Almost 4 million artifacts from those sites are stored in the museum. Casey Hammond, Deputy Assistant Secretary for Lands and Minerals in the U.S. Department of the Interior, praised the Canyons of the Ancients management for preserving the area's archaeological sites while also using its CO2 wells for energy production. At the end of the ceremony, all the speakers helped unveil a sign near the museum entrance. Eaton said the museum staff will soon publish new brochures to reflect the name change. The Canyons of the Ancients Visitor Center and Museum is located at 27501 Colorado Highway 184. It's open every day from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. March through October. Admission during the summer is $3 for adult and free for children 17 and under. From the Durango Herald, Silverton begins cataloging their trail network. This is a photo with the Herald file. Silverton is taking a major step in getting its network of trails in order. Louis Feinberg, Silverton's town manager, said last week that the town hadn't updated its travel plan since 2004, which catalogs existing trail networks and what types of recreation can occur on them. When the town caught wind that the Bureau of Land Management was planning on doing the same for trails located on the agency's managed land, Feinberg said the town wanted to take a proactive approach. Quote, "We wanted to create our community vision so we could just hand the BLM our planning document and say this is what we would like," Feinberg said. The town of Silverton held its first planning session to envision the future of its trails in February, drawing nearly 40 people from all user groups such as mountain bikers, hikers, all-terrain vehicles users, and horseback riders. The town will now compile that information into a GIS map, and once it's done, the town will have its first comprehensive base map for the area's trails. The next planning session is 6 p.m. May 8th at the Kendall Community Center. Feinberg said one of the major benefits in this effort, aside from having a complete catalog of recreational trails, is the ability to develop new trails. It's not a mystery that the mining industry has declined here, and Silverton really needs to focus on a new economic development strategy, and outdoor recreation is certainly a part of that, he said. By mapping out all of the trails and bringing all of the different user groups together, the town can more accurately document what exists and any potential new opportunities for recreation through grants. Feinberg said the community meeting illustrated a clear need to build connector trails to expand the area's network. Deanne Gallegos, director of the Silverton Area Chamber of Commerce, also said the effort has a huge economic and marketing benefit. The ultimate goal is to connect all those mountain ranges and have a true user experience that is navigable, obvious, and has a trail map, Gallegos said. The town of Silverton's planning comes as the BLM readies to begin to draft the first travel management plan for its lands around Silverton. As per BLM process, each area has a resource management plan, which is the overall guiding document for the specific region. A travel management plan is a subset of that document. Dolores County is also working with the BLM on our area travel management plan, and if you'd like to be involved, contact the Board of County Commissioners. From the Cannabis.co, they reported that the Cannabis Trade Federation was formed in the wake of Senator Gardner and President Trump's marijuana deal. Two cannabis organizations are coalescing to further legalization causes on Capitol Hill. Lobbying firm New Federalism Fund and business organization American Trade Association of Cannabis and Hemp announced plans to unite their operations to form the Cannabis Trade Federation. The new coalition's formation comes as cannabis legalization talk heats up in Washington, D.C., following President Donald Trump's pledge to Senator Cory Gardner, Republican of Colorado, to support a federal bill that would protect state legal marijuana programs. "We may have entered a historic moment where Congress and the President are poised to act to align our industry with our nation's federalist ideals." That was said by Neil Levine, chairman of the Denver-based New Federalism Fund and a senior vice president at dispensary chain Live Well Enlightened Health, said in a statement. It is no secret that the New Federalism Fund has been working collaboratively with Senator Gardner and his staff to address the federal issues facing our industry. In light of the deal that Senator Gardner made with the president, we simply must marshal considerable resources from throughout the industry to give our allies in Congress the support that they need to pass this historic legislation. The Cannabis Trade Federation's objectives include maintaining the Rohrabacher-Blumenauer medical marijuana amendment and expanding those provisions to adult-use cannabis markets, maintaining and clarifying the existing financial crimes enforcement network guidance, challenging the application of the Internal Revenue Services Tax Code 280E on state legal marijuana operations, allowing state legal marijuana businesses to have access to banking services, and removing cannabis from the Controlled Substances Act, deferring to the states on cannabis laws and regulations with reasonable federal oversight. In related news, last week, the FDA approved the first pharmaceutical-grade use of cannabis to a UK-based company called GW, with their product called Epidiolex to be prescribed for rare cases of epilepsy. And now for the Dolores County Sheriff's Roundup for the week of April 15th through April 22nd. Report of a missing person in Rico later turned out to be okay and returned home from walking with the dog. Sheriff's Office got a report of some side rolls that had blown into the road, blocking it to through traffic. The person was contacted and they removed them from the road. A sheriff's deputy apprehended a suspect after he responded to a local business to investigate 2 individuals who were trying to flag down cars. And that's it for today's Roundup. Stay tuned for continued updates throughout the week. And today's High Canyon Country happenings, April 27th, it's the 14th annual Mountain Film on Tour in Dolores, Colorado. This event is a benefit for Greater Dolores Action, whose mission is to implement sustainable community enhancement projects. Held at 400 Riverside Avenue in Dolores, the event features award-winning films from Telluride's Mountain Film Festival, an auction full of gear and local goods from such companies like Alpaca Raft, Dolores River Campground, Osprey Packs, Jack's Plastic Welding, Dunton Hot Springs, and many others, as well as drinks, beer provided by Dolores River Brewery, and food. A kid-friendly environment. Doors, auction, food, and drinks start at 5:30 p.m. and the film begins at 7:15. April 27th from 12 noon to 1 p.m., join the Four Corners Child Advocacy Center group in solidarity to bring awareness to child abuse in our community. Help carry 400 balloons representing each individual who received care in 2017. Just one is one too many. Meet at the pavilion by the pond at Parque de Vida in Cortez. April 28th from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m., join the Cortez Cultural Center as they host the Pueblo to Pueblo, a 5K, half marathon, and 29-mile bike race with great prizes and a beautiful route. For all the details, visit them online at the cortezculturalcenter.org or call them at 970-565-1151. And all the happenings are posted on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, along with the YouTube replays, weather, and original stories and local posts. To share your event or information, contact us. Email dcbnnews@gmail.com or call the station at 970-677-4119 and we'll be sure to get your news on the air. Thanks for tuning in. News at Noon airs noon Monday through Thursday and then is rebroadcast at 3 and 6 p.m. on each of those days. The weekday news shows are then replayed throughout the weekend as well. And be sure to check us out on Facebook. It's DCTV News at Noon. Please share it and like us there. This has been a production of DCTV for the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Thank you for watching.